I've been reflecting a lot over the last month or so, and I've come a long ways. Good morning. Captain Paul here in the engine room of the 65-foot Hatteras as we're preparing for departure. It's Sunday morning, May 11th. We are actually probably going to leave tomorrow, but I want to go over a few things in the engine room before we start here this morning. I had a lot of reflection last night, and I want to explain why. I know a lot of you watching these videos, you don't watch the entire videos all the way through, but for you guys that do, thank you guys so much, or even the guys that just click on here for have time for a few minutes a day. But I came up with names for the engines. The port engine is the port engine's name is Dreamer. For every Sorry, this is hard to get out, but Dreamer is for every guy, every person in the world who's ever had a big dream, and as the dreams come true. Dreamer, even coming over from Nassau, this engine has given me the least amount of problems, so I'm calling the port engine Dreamer. Over here on the starboard engine, I'm naming it Hope. And I hate that word because hope represents, like I hope that I get rich. I hope that I get a yacht to take across, to go through the Panama Canal. I hope. It's not about hope, it's about hard work. But hope here is giving me the most amount of problems. And I hope that she runs great for the entire trip. And it also generates, that I do want to instill hope for everybody out there, because anybody that doesn't think that their dreams are not realities, or they, I pray to God that everybody, has some type of hope. But also, if you work hard, everything comes true. Another thing, this yacht wouldn't be possible without the doctor and his support. And I do not own this yacht. A guy named George owns the yacht. And so we named the starboard generator George. And George, we thank you so much. You have no idea. And George brings us life. He brings us light. He brings the yacht up every day. And so I just want to, a special thanks, a special tribute to George. Thank you. Today we're me and I know a couple of us are gonna go to church. One thing before we get started on this journey that I want from you guys. I don't talk about religion, and I don't talk about politics or anything on the channel here, and there's a reason for that. But I personally, and I want everybody to understand this, that I do believe in Jesus Christ, and I believe that he died, on the cross for me. And I do believe, that I pay tribute to him. I pray to him. And, that's just my personal beliefs. And I believe that if he takes me on this journey, then it was my time, no matter what, this was it. I thank him every day. I pray to him every day. But what I really, really want from you guys, and I hope everybody watches the video this far for today, is just a prayer. Because it's in God's hands now. We did all the work. But we could hit anything out there. We could hit we could hit a log, we could hit a tree, we could hit a container. So we need our path cleared. So it really is in God's hands now. So, sorry about that, but, getting the yacht here and it's been a lot of work, and even in life, getting here 62 years, it's been a lot. And, just last night I had a lot of reflection upon that of, how I got here, what happened, and, anybody that saw the fight of getting this boat back from Nassau, it's been a lot of work. But I've also become so attached to the boat that there's a love connection with the boat and getting to know it the way I have, and crawling through the bilges and underneath the pilot house and everywhere. The engine room will always be my favorite place, and just treating her with the love and the respect, and I'm going to take good care of her, and I need her to take good care of this crew and get us through. It's a long journey, and I am nervous, but we're going to do it. This is going to happen, man. It's all going to happen. Anyway, let's get out of this engine room. Let's get up on top here. I'm going to tell you a couple projects that I got going on today. One is, I don't like this this table in the engine room, or in the pilot house, sorry. So I got this piece of plywood here. I'm going to cut a small table. I'm going to put some drink holders into it. I'll show it to you as I go here. And then I'm going to put a couple of drink holders in here, because when we're bouncing around, I don't like cups sliding all over the dash. So that's one of the projects I'm working on today. And we also, our horn isn't working. And so we bought an electric horn last night. So Lee's installing the horn, and they had to run to Home Depot to get a plug for that. So that's a couple of the projects we're working on. I think we legally need that horn in the Panama Canal. I do have a backup horn, but I don't want to run out of the pilot house and hit a horn. I want to be able to just push this horn button right here and have a horn. So that's what we're doing. And that's what the options that we have available. And so that's what we're going to do today too. Jay, you went to the more beans?
Yeah, I got more beans.
Anyway, this is how the table turned out. I love it. This is and also make a good sitting place. And then I put these two in, one on each side. That way, my coffee pots and stuff or coffee cups aren't going all over the dash when we're in any type of sea. So I really, really like it. And that other table was just too big. You couldn't even get around it. You couldn't sit around it. So it was kind of I don't know. Old school. Yeah, if the pirates get us, we can't trade out the dude wipes because we
fight over this.
This is where we draw the line right here. We will fight the pirates to the death. I'm gonna bring my glass up here and see if we will. Maybe you can drop us off. It's right here. It's on the way to Home Depot. Yeah, that works perfect. Absolutely perfect. And then up here on the dash, love it. Couldn't be happier. I like what Chad just said about how did you word it, Chad? Like, nobody gets out alive. And this whole trip is basically dedicated to, there's only two outcomes, success or failure. And failure is our lives, and success is getting the boat over to San Diego. I mean, that's the only two outcomes that there really is.
The boat could end up stopping somewhere else and we get off.
Correct. That's another option. But right now we're in it to the fight to the end, if that makes sense. So, 100%. So if we get anything that could happen out there, we're all this crew is committed to the end. And that's where your mindset has to be there, or we're not going to make it. That's the reality of it. It's true with anything in life. You know what I'm saying? Like we're all heading the same direction. Every one of us are gonna die. Every single one of us. And at the end, where are you gonna be when that happens? That's the key to all of it. You know what I'm saying?
Once you accept that about life, taking risks gets a lot easier.
It does, and then it really, really does.
It's easier to get off the dock when you realize that at the end of the day, no one's ever coming back to the dock.
Correct. Yeah, like nobody's guaranteed anything, neither. Nobody. So it's the same thing, and the more risks, the more rewards. It's the truth with life. It's just in general. That's the reality of everything. You know, and if you live like that, that's the way I've always lived. And I've taken some big risks. I've lost most of the time, but there's a few very successful times, and it only takes one or two of those. And it snowballs into something bigger and better, and
You just can't take life too seriously. What everyone does in the end.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, that is exactly 100% correct. Chief, you know that asparagus gives me gas, right? You understand that?
I'm making the AntiGas Asparagus. You got to put it in their mind. He thinks he's got gas. He got gas.
Anyway, Chief is getting ready, and I do like having that's like a super. It's like a super. It's not a fruit, a vegetable, right? What is asparagus? It's a vegetable. A vegetable. Yeah. And you picked up
sophisticated folk.
and you got some blueberries too. You got some really good stuff in here. Got a pretty decent breeze today, so it's a good test for the yacht. I don't know what these winds are blowing, probably 15 to 20. That's why we didn't leave today, is because of this front here. Let this blow through, and then we're going to come in right behind it. Giving Chad a little feel for the boat, let him see how to hand steer it, and a nice little chop. Now, was the boat, the big boat, the one you have all the out, was it tiller or a wheel?
Wheel.
Oh, nice. Take their boat out in these kind of winds, just because why would you know what I'm saying? So these but we're testing, so we want to make sure that we're going to be okay here. And you've got the autopilot on and a following sea, and I always joke with everybody, especially on my channel, it's you know what beats an autopilot? Nothing. You want to, if there's an option upgrade on your autopilot, take it. Yeah. Just a little history. Chad's done a lot of offshore sailing in big sailboats. So this is his first power boat, and he's actually looking someday to possibly build a big exploration. It's called an exploration yacht, right?
Yeah, that's what
like a 70 foot plus aluminum expedition yacht. We see them out here a lot. You'll see them, especially when we get offshore here. And so he's getting really a good taste. What do you see it? Oh yeah, no, that looks like a good eye. That would be probably a crab trap. Some locals crab trap right there. So it's nice. You got to disengage the autopilot. Now you can re-engage it. Have you boated any in the Florida Keys or?
It's on standby. Is that right?
Win today, boys. Wasn't too bad though, was it?
No.
Nah.
I gotta go back, right?
Nah, this is where we.
Yeah, you're right. I just gotta go back.
Oh, you want me to hit reverse, Chief?
No, because I gotta sign off. Don't worry about it. We got it.
Okay. Anyway, test drive went really, really well. I'll go down and check the engines. Go ahead and shut them down. I've got the generator on right now, and I'm going to change the oil in the generator. So, Chief, what I want to do is plug it in, let the generator run for a minute or two. and then we'll shut it down, and then I'm ready to change the oil in it. I think I'm gonna go down and shut my mains off down here, just so I can see, you know, look and make sure I'm not leaking any water, any oil. George still running, so we're gonna once we move the power over, we'll let it run for a few more minutes, let it cool down, offload, and then we'll shut it down and we'll change the oil in George. One of the things that we're doing before we leave tomorrow is we're gonna change the oil, zero time out the oil on the generator here. So what we did is we found out that that line right there is hooked to the oil pump. It runs out of here, over to here, comes up here to the extractor pump, it comes right here, and then this is our generator right here. All I did was turn that valve on, and now I just turned the switch on, and we should be extracting oil from that. So that should be, yep. And so we're extracting the oil from the generator, so you can see it coming out of there. And that's pulling the oil out of the generator. So very, very cool stuff here. And that way it makes it easy when we're out there to change oil on the main engines and the generator. So I'm gonna zero time out the generator, and then I actually gotta do these on the engines here fairly quickly actually. Just did a complete service on here. Oil, fuel filter, right there, oil filter. I did the ray core. And now, and I put my tag here, I tagged the generator, and then I'm gonna go enter it in the logbook, and the generator should be good for about 200 hours. I'll change the oil in it again out at sea. So that was pretty easy. I like the way that worked. It worked really, really nice. Horns right there. So that's the one of the last projects we're gonna do here is put the horns on. Okay. Hold on. Chief, end of day 27. We got the horn installed, so now we pretty much everything, right? That was the last thing. Tomorrow morning, you got to be at the auto parts store to pick up the last few parts for the generator. Yeah. I need a couple more parts that I feel, and we're just kind of waiting out for this front to pull through here. It's starting to rain now, and we're as soon as this front passes, we're leaving. Basically, we're gone. Maybe around noon tomorrow. Anyway, peace out. Make sure you guys hit that like, subscribe, share with your friends. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, live life with no regret. We do. And you can go to the store and buy your t-shirts now. So we appreciate that very, very much. And we appreciate all the support and Patreons, everything. You guys have no idea. Thank you guys so much. Guys. Bye.